There are two parts to the Molycorp training package on lockout-tagout. A PowerPoint classroom session, which introduces and explains the program, and a video, which actually demonstrates the process. In the PowerPoint part of your training, you learned about the purpose of the program, why it exists, and how it can help protect workers in the workplace. You learned about the types of equipment where lockout-tagout practices apply, the responsibilities of the various employees involved in the process, such as the process representative, an employee who locks out machines, equipment, or processes in order to perform service or maintenance. This individual is typically the operator or owner of the equipment. The authorized employee, an individual that has been identified as an agent of the company and administrator of the LOTO program. This person is a delegate of the department manager and often a shift supervisor. And also the servicing representative, a maintenance worker, contractor, or operator whose job requires performance of service, maintenance, or installation of machines or equipment in material processing areas. You also became familiar with the devices and forms used, the locks and tags, the work order job card, the lock and blind identification form, and the LOTO job and worker information form. Now you are about to watch a demonstration of the process where you will actually see how it works. This video will show a typical LOTO sequence from start to finish. In this scenario, we will be locking out a pumping system to replace a pump. We will demonstrate the steps of the process while showing the devices and forms used. Through the work order job card system, this pump is scheduled to be replaced. Locks and tags are kept in the lockout station in the control room. The process representative collects the locks and tags to be used. Each lock and tag has a number, which will be used where appropriate on the various LOTO forms. The first step is for the process representative to fill out the tags for the equipment involved. The tags should be filled out in pencil so they can be reused. The process representative next shuts off power to the pump at the computer. The LOTO lock and blind identification form is placed on a clipboard. The process rep goes to the Motor Control Center, the MCC, where he shuts off the electrical breaker and places a lock and tag. At this point, the first line of the LOTO lock-blind identification form is filled in. This includes the information on lock number, tag number, location of lock, and status of the equipment, whether it is on or off. It is then signed and dated. In this example, the process rep then goes to the pumping system location to be locked out and goes through the sequence of isolating, draining, and locking the valves with locking devices and tags. Lockout devices may consist of a built-in locking capability on the valve, or can be locked out with chain, or a clamshell type or other valves. Once that is complete, the process rep fills out on the LOTO lock and blind identification form a line for each locking device and tag. The process representative and the authorized employee, in this case the shift supervisor, need to confirm that the pump has been de-energized and will not start. From the control room, the process representative attempts to start the pump on the computer. Because it has been locked out and power shut down, it will not start. The authorized employee verifies that the pump did not start. In addition, he must verify that all proper valves have been locked out. Next, he records the identification number of the pump. He verifies that the corresponding breaker matching the pump identification number is in the off position and locked out. All keys from the locks used to lock out this system are next placed into a lockout box located in the control room. The lockout box is closed and the process representative places his lock on it. The top section of the Job and Worker Information Form must be filled out and signed at this time by the process representative and the authorized employee. The process representative's key to the lockout box is given to the authorized employee. The authorized employee places the key into the LOTO key box located in the shift supervisor's office and locks the key box, retaining responsibility for the key. At this stage in the process, the servicing representative who will work on the pump enters with a work order job card to start the pump replacement sequence. Before starting work, the process representative and servicing representative must inspect the system to be certain that it is properly isolated and locked out, starting with the valves. They must also verify that the breaker is locked out. Once these checks are complete, the servicing representative places his lock and tag on the lockbox. Note, this lock does not come from the lockout station. It is supplied by the maintenance department, or if the servicing representative is a contractor, the company he works for. He is personally responsible for his key to this lock. The servicing representative fills out Section 6 of the work order job card. The servicing representative, process representative, and authorized employee sign Section 6 of the work order job card. The servicing representative fills in the top line of the LOTO Job and Worker Information Form. With this step, the equipment is turned over from operations to maintenance. Once paperwork is complete, all of it is gathered and kept in the control room for the duration of the job. The servicing rep can now begin the pump replacement. In our example, the new pump is now in place. Once the job is completed, the equipment will be released to the process representative and authorized employee. This is accomplished by filling out Section 7 of the work order job card form. The servicing representative and authorized employee sign and date the form. The servicing representative fills in the off-job section of the LOTO Job and Work Information Form. The servicing representative will then remove his lock and tag from the lockout box. At this time, the equipment has been returned to the operations department from maintenance. The authorized employee retrieves the key from the LOTO key box and returns it to the process representative. The process representative is now free to unlock the lockbox, retrieve the keys to the valve locking devices and the motor control center breaker lock, and unlock all locked valves and the breaker. The final step is for the process representative to complete the log and tag removal column on the LOTO log and blind identification form. Erase the information on the tags and place the locks and tags back into the lockout station. The equipment can now be put back into operation. Remember, LOTO procedures are in place to protect you, the worker. All Molycorp employees and contractors are responsible for proper implementation. If you need to implement a lockout/tagout and need a refresher or have questions, both the PowerPoint and this video are available for review. Additional guidance can be provided by your supervisor. A safe workplace is everyone's responsibility.